it's Charli Ann and we are back for another episode. This week is gonna be super fun and all about fishing. We're gonna make a blue velvet cake. I know, it is a thing, with a buttercream that matches perfectly to look just like water. Follow along. And it just so happens that the sponsor of this week's video is my honey and PawPaw.
Hey, you're excited. Are we going fishing?
Yeah, after this.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Fish Friday night.
Yes, you'll cook.
Okay.
Okay.
I can handle it.
So what are we fixing today?
We're gonna make a fishing themed cake all for you.
Sweet, I'm ready.
So my honey has taught me most all of my cooking.
We've had some fun in the kitchen.
We make some good messes. But today, we're gonna try to teach PawPaw a little bit of what I know.
What are we cooking, Charli Ann?
We're gonna make our blue velvet cake with a buttercream.
And that's my favorite part, the icing. I tell you what, you all get to work. I'm gonna step out and I'll be back to taste my favorite part.
I'm ready, let's get to mixing.
Let's get started.
Okay, so tell me, I know we're making a fishing cake that's gonna be blue like water. So like, is it gonna have a fish on top of it, or how's it gonna be decorated?
So this is actually a little bit of a surprise for you.
Oh, cool, I like surprises.
So PawPaw is notorious for falling asleep anywhere.
Okay.
Y'all are going to get a little man sitting on his boat on the top.
Asleep.
Asleep.
I'll deal with you later.
Okay, we'll talk after.
But hey, I'm ready, let's go. I might take a nap during this process today.
You probably will.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, we're gonna start with our blue velvet cake. So I'm gonna have PawPaw mix our shortening, our sugar, and our eggs in our stand mixer.
Start?
Start.
Okay.
Pour it in.
So I take this.
You sure do.
And I put that little baby in there. I got you. Now the sugar.
All of the sugar.
All of it? Mm-hmm. All right. I like sugar.
And
There
then
you go.
2 eggs.
Now I'm good at this.
You are.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we're gonna,
Do we turn it on?
on medium speed.
Medium. Where's medium?
Hold on, whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
No, pull it up first.
Oh,
There.
I got you.
Now medium speed.
Okay.
One
Is that
more.
medium?
One more. There. All right, now that this is good and creamed together, I'm gonna have you mix our cocoa powder with our blue food coloring.
Okay.
In
here?
this.
In here?
You're gonna mix this in here.
This in here?
Yes.
Okay. Stay with me, darling.
am.
You know, I'm not the expert you are. Is that good?
Looks good. Now mix it up as good as you can. It won't be perfect, it's okay. All right,
I'm making a little bit of a mess.
a little bit, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Now you can put this in our
I
sugar.
can do that. Okay.
And then turn it back on medium speed.
Medium speed.
Slow.
Oh yeah. It is blue.
Yeah. Now if you want to scrape down the sides one more time.
Okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm. And then while he does that, I am gonna mix my salt in with my buttermilk. And then I'm gonna add my vanilla also.
Want me to mix it up?
Yeah, you're gonna add a third of this.
A third.
A third.
Okay. You kind of tell me when I hit a third. Is that about right?
A little more. There, perfect. And then mix that on low.
Oh, low. I gotcha. Now, what does the flour do? Does it thicken it, or?
So the flour is just gonna combine everything and make it our batter, but we're gonna alternate it with our buttermilk mixture. And doing it this way, you just make sure that everything is mixed in and incorporated completely so that you don't end up with a dry cake. Okay, once that's mixed, turn it off.
There you go.
And then add half of the buttermilk.
Half?
Half.
Okay. Looks like about half to me. Turn it on, slow. Okay. Are we ready to turn this off?
All right, now we're gonna add half of the rest of our flour.
Half of the flour. Oh, by the way, you guys that are watching, you can get your own Charli Ann spatula here. Go to Charli Ann Heavenly Cakes and she'll take care of you.
We will, we'll send it right to your door.
So how much? Half?
Half.
Okay.
Perfect. And then mix that on low.
On low, I got you. Turn it off? Okay. Oop. Wrong way.
And then add the rest of our flour.
Rest of the flour.
Perfect.
Low.
Yep. And then while this mixes, I'm just gonna add my baking soda to my vinegar. And then while it mixes, I'm just gonna pour it in. All right, now that our batter is all good and mixed, I'm gonna let PawPaw pour it into our 8-inch pan. And as always, this can make a 2-layer 6-inch, or you can put it in a 8-inch and do as many layers as you'd like.
So is this a 1 layer?
This will do 1 layer of an 8-inch.
So put it all in here? Got it.
All right, now if you want to smooth this out a little bit.
Sure. Kind of like that.
Perfect.
Now how long do we put this in the oven?
We're gonna put this in the oven at 350 for 30 to 45 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean.
Okay.
take
What
it
do we do with the toothpick?
You're gonna stick the toothpick in the middle when you think it's done baking, and if nothing comes out on the toothpick, it's done.
Okay. Well, I learned something. Are we ready to put this in the
Yeah,
oven?
let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, we're ready.
All right, while our cakes are in the oven, we're gonna start our buttercream. So I'm gonna mix our milk.
Do we need to turn the stove on?
Yes, medium heat.
Medium heat.
And then our flour.
There you go.
And I'm just gonna whisk this and cook it on low to medium until it's thickening.
So how long does that normally take?
About 3 to 5 minutes normally.
Okay.
But while we wait, why don't you tell us a little bit about Wilson Auctioneers?
Well, I'd be happy to. Our company was formed in 1961. My dad started the company, and so I was really kind of raised in it. I've been in it officially, at least I've been paid to be in it. It'll be 50 years next year. That's hard to believe, 49 years. We're primarily a real estate auction company. We do about 100 to 150 real estate auctions annually, pretty much in the state of Arkansas, but a little bit out of the state. You know, we're headquartered in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and we pretty much, again, stay in the state of Arkansas and love what I do. It's an exciting business. You know, I tell people all the time, auctioneers are unemployed after every auction. So, you know, I'm always looking for another job. So it's an exciting time. We do a lot of estate work. We do a lot of residential property, farms, commercial property, hunting lands, recreational type properties we do, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I remember the first time we did a commercial together and our first auction. We love going to all of our events kind of as a family.
Yes.
So it's very fun.
Yeah, I actually, that first television commercial that Wilson Auctioneers ever did, Charli Ann starred in it. I think she was, what, 2 years old? 3 years old maybe, something like that. And that was, what, 12, 13 years ago, I think. And I still have people come up to me today saying, how's Charli Ann doing? And I say, well, Charli Ann now is about this big and owns her own. Then I smile a little bit and tell them about Charli Ann's Heavenly Cakes. You know, people ask me, am I a bid caller? Yes, I actually do the one would you give two. And I'm gonna get to auction off this cake when we get finished.
We are. We're gonna auction off this cake at the end.
It'll be fun. I could auction off that buttermilk boiling. You want me to do that?
Sure. Why don't you
10,
show
would
us?
you give 20 now, 30, 30 now, 40, you get 40 now, 50, 50, 50, 50. $50 too much for that, isn't it? Sold at $40.
Okay.
The lady in the blue apron.
Blue. All right, now that this has cooked up, you can see it's still pretty liquidy, but it has a good consistency and texture. It's still really thick. We're gonna move this over to a bowl to cool while we start on the rest of our buttercream.
Can I do that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, to start our next step of our buttercream, we're just gonna cream our butter until it's nice and soft. So if you wanna put this in our mixer.
Okay, so just all of it?
Mm-hmm. There.
Go.
And then flip it up,
Oh, turn it up. I got you.
and then start slow.
Slow.
That's fast.
Oh, that's fast. Is that slow?
That's slow. You can go a little faster.
A little faster. I got you.
While PawPaw scrapes down the sides, this just makes sure that all of our butter is completely smooth so we don't get any chunks. So we've just mixed it good before we add anything, and then we're gonna add our sugar and mix it again.
Chunks are bad, right?
Terrible.
I hear you. We don't want any chunks. Okay, now
Good.
what do we do?
Add our sugar,
All of it?
all of it.
There you go.
Perfect. And then turn it on medium speed.
Medium speed.
Okay, now that this is good and smooth, we're just gonna add our vanilla and do it one more time.
Okay. Now this is icing?
This is the base of our icing.
Okay, I got you.
All right, now that our flour mixture is cooled and our butter is nice and soft, we're just gonna mix the two and then whip it on high for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Ready?
Here's a rose for a beautiful young lady. Now put this in here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of it?
Yes, sir.
See if I can do it without breaking the bowl.
Hmm?
Okay.
And then we'll turn it on one more time. Perfect. And
That
now
good?
it's all done.
Lower it.
Yep, we can just set it to the side.
Okay. Take
Perfect.
it out.
Nope, we can just scoot it over.
Gotcha.
There. Now we're gonna start on the fun part, which is the
Cool.
decorating.
The decorating.
So I have a bunch of different.
This with gonna be me asleep.
Yes, you.
This ought to be fun.
It should. So I have all these different colors of fondant, and we're gonna make the boat and the little person sitting inside. And then in just a
The
minute,
sleeping person inside.
sleeping, very important.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get started on this. All right, I have brown fondant here,
Okay.
and we're gonna roll this out. So do you wanna try?
Sure.
Okay,
Now what are we gonna do with the brown?
we're gonna make the boat
The boat.
out of the brown.
Okay.
But we're gonna save just a little bit for the hat.
This is like a bass boat?
It's a little wooden boat.
Little wooden boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I fished out of little wooden boats too, so
Okay.
that's cool.
Good.
All right. So what do you want me to do?
I'm gonna sprinkle this on our board. This
our
is just
board?
cornstarch.
Like a lot?
That's probably good.
Is that good?
Or a little more. Or a little more. Okay, that's good.
All right. Now what do?
Now, you can roll this on
Press
top.
it out. Like roll it.
Mm-hmm.
This is fun.
Yeah.
How big a boat are we making?
Enough, just this big.
Okay.
All right, I'll help you now.
Am I not doing it
I'll
right?
help you. You gotta get it smooth.
I thought I was doing a great job.
You did amazing. All right. Now, I'm just gonna cut out the base of the boat.
Okay. Now, is fondant like edible?
Mm-hmm. It's not a lot of people like it, but you can eat it.
Okay.
So this is gonna be the bottom.
All right.
Set this to the side. And then I have just a paintbrush, and you can dust off
the
cornstarch.
Gotcha.
Since we have so much on here.
How's that?
Looks good.
Perfect. Okay,
All
now,
right.
next the sides.
Or the sides of the boat.
Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the sides of the boat.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get it kind of thick. And then I have my knife here,
Okay.
and we can cut the strips. Like that.
You put this in the container.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Smells good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't guess I could take a bite.
You can try a little piece.
Yeah, I want to try a little piece. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna eat any more. That's real good. Sweet.
It is sweet. Okay, we're gonna take one side, and this will go like this once we get all the sides done.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Perfect.
do a little more, and then we'll put them all together.
Okay.
I don't think we have enough cornstarch on the board.
You need more.
No, I was kidding.
Oh, you're kidding. I can give you more cornstarch. That's not a problem.
All right, I just finished our little sleeping man, and now just for the side, we're gonna cut out a little fish, and then I'm gonna paint it, but we're gonna paint a...
Largemouth bass.
So I have cut out just a little, it's just a piece of paper that I've cut out, and I am just gonna lay it over my fondant that I've let sit out for just a few minutes to dry out some, and I'm gonna go around and just cut it out.
And we're not drinking the Tito's. We're actually, I learned something. You use these to paint with, and it evaporates. So, pretty good. I didn't realize that.
All right, so now that our fish are cut out, I have cut one out for PawPaw to also do as well. And I just have some food coloring and some little dishes, and I just have vodka that we are going to paint with. This is not for us to drink. This evaporates once we paint and only leaves the color behind. So.
As stressful as this is, I may be drinking while I'm doing this too.
Okay.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna get the paint, and then we're gonna have a contest to see who's the best.
We can do that.
I've got a feeling I know who's gonna win this, but okay, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Ready?
My bass looks like a cross between a snake and an alligator gar. A snake and an alligator gar. That looks.
I told him he didn't say it. I said frog. He's awfully green.
That looks bad.
All right, so we just finished our fish, and we're gonna set these aside to dry and clean up to get ready to decorate. Hey,
Oh,
this is
sorry.
mine.
My fish looks like it's got major problems.
It's your first time.
Hey, it is, but yours actually looks like a fish. I'm not sure what mine looks like. Looks like it's been through a bad paint job, I know that.
No.
Okay.
So we'll clean up and come right back to decorate. All right, we have our cake baked and cooled. We have some of our little rock candies. They are just like M&Ms that look like rocks. We just bought these.
Can I try one?
Of course. It's just chocolate that look like rocks. And then we have all of our buttercream ready to decorate. And then we have our fish and little man in our boat sitting behind us. So let's get started. All right, you wanna start or you want me to?
Yes, what do I do?
Okay, I'm gonna put just a little bit of buttercream on our board.
Okay,
And then you can lay down the first layer.
first layer. Kinda like that.
And then I'm just gonna put a little dollop of each color so that when we smooth it out, it looks like water.
That's a
Do you wanna try?
big, yeah, I wanna try.
Careful.
What do I do, just kinda like this?
Just go back, don't lift up. Yeah, there.
You better do it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't wanna mess this thing up. Oh, well, you didn't tell me to do that. Okay, I got you.
All right, you wanna put the next one on?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, our cake just came out of the refrigerator and it's nice and chilled. And we are gonna start by icing the top. So I'm just gonna do the same thing we did for the middle and just put a few different color.
A glob.
Glob, we can call it that,
There you go.
on top.
Colors.
And then ice it as you normally would. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the sides, just getting a little bit of a different color every time.
Now, why do you do this twice? Why wouldn't the first time when we put icing on it, we wouldn't just go ahead and ice the whole
So
cake?
if you just iced it all at one time, you would most likely get all of these crumbs that you see in the first coat in your final coat. So this way you just get all icing on the outside.
Okay. Of course, I knew that. I just wanted to make sure those viewers.
All right, now that my cake is completely iced, I'm gonna take our bench scraper again just to get it straight, and then we'll go back and add our texture to look like water. All right, now that I know my cake is straight, we can go back with our spatula and just give it a little bit of texture. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't want it to be perfect, but have fun, try different things. You can't really mess up. You can smooth it out and try again if you don't like it. All right, now that my cake is completely iced, I have a Wilton 234 tip, which is just a bigger version of the small grass tip. And I'm gonna go around the whole cake with just a little bit of grass, but I'm gonna show you how. So with this tip, I'm gonna start at the bottom, holding a lot of pressure, and then coming up and letting go and pulling. So you get like grass leaves.
Cool.
And I'm gonna do it all the way around my cake.
Actually looks like grass. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, we've got our grass on.
Mm-hmm.
Is it time for rocks?
It is. So you can
Okay.
add some rocks all the way around in different groups, all the way around wherever you want.
Do I like one at a time and just drop them, or
can
I
drop
don't want to
them.
mess something up here?
Nope, you can just put them wherever you want.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. Where should we put the fish?
I'm gonna put it right here
Bass.
in the front.
Okay. Now your line is gonna come around. Okay, perfect. Is that the fish I painted?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, and then last but definitely not least, I just have a piece of wire that we've cut, and I'm going to stick it on the top of my
fishing rod. Charlie, I think for my first cake decorating, I think I did a pretty good job, don't you?
I think you did amazing.
I do too. I think it looks great.
Wow,
So-
looks like y'all been busy.
We
have
have.
been busy.
Good.
Let me tell you, I've got a new. What are you doing?
This is just part of me in the kitchen.
You're right. It is.
Always.
I have a whole new found unbelievable respect for cake decorators. This thing is exhausting. I am going to have to go take a nap now after doing this. And I tell you what we're going to do. My fish that I'm so proud of, I'm going to put that sucker on there somewhere. Can I put it on there?
Put it on.
We can have a little school of bass. How about that right there?
There you go. Oh, no.
Will he stick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, PawPaw, this is your personal best. This is your
This is my PB.
your PB. There
That's
you go.
what my grandson Ethan would say. Ethan, I just, how about that PB?
Personal
That
best
looks
painting.
pretty good, doesn't it? Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. You're going for the cake?
Yeah, I'm going.
This is kind of like our wedding 45 years ago.
Oh my gosh,
You know what? You get a bite and I get a bite.
that is so
No,
good.
Yeah.
You want a bite?
The cake is very good, Charli Ann.
Thank you guys so much for coming.
You're welcome.
It's been
Great
fun.
job, Charlie. I had a ball. This
We're
was
so proud of you,
so much
the person
fun.
that you
so
are.
much fun.
Well, thank you guys for coming and watching another video, and make sure to come back next time for the next video. But how about we auction off the cake?
Let's sell this thing. How
All
much?
right, let's
Start it
go
on. What do you
for it.
get for it? How much? $50 bill, 75
Yep,
where?
yep.
50, 75 now, $100
Yep.
bill, what do you want? A quarter
Yep.
now, 50, 150 now,
Two.
75, 75, 200 now, a quarter,
Yep.
200 a quarter.
Yep.
You tightwad now, 300 now, a
Yep.
quarter, 3 and a half, what do you get, 360, in the middle of the line, 350, 75 now, 400 now,
Yep.
4 and a quarter now, 50
Yep.
now, 75, 500, 600 now, 700, 800, 900, $1,000 bill. Well worth it. 1,000 in the middle of the
Yes,
Bible,
where can you
1,000,
go, Charli
$1,000
Ann's
bill,
Creations for
$1,000 bill.
$1,000?
Then I sold it.